start with Rúben Amorim. The soap opera is coming to an end, is what it says in the Mail. And we'll come to you first, Jonathan. It does feel a little bit like this is already dragged on for a bit. It's a matter of when rather than if now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a slightly interesting choice of words by Rúben Amorim there. I think the whole point of soap operas is that they don't end, that they just keep going indefinitely. And I think he's going to find that if and when he takes the Manchester United job, that it is really just a revolving cast of characters and plot lines and intrigue and controversies and people getting bumped off unceremoniously. And at some point, it may well be him. Yeah, I mean, I think that there is a good reason why this is dragging on. There are good sporting reasons, pun fully intended, in that this is a guy who has been in charge of sporting for 4.5 years, the longest serving coach at the club since the Second World War. And he's inspired this incredible sense of loyalty. And he has this strong sense of responsibility, I think, to the club that gave him his chance early in his career, that he's repaid that faith and he wants to do the right thing by them. So, he's going to stay with them for the game tomorrow night. He's going to stay with them for the Manchester City game in the Champions League, and then through the international break, and then take over United in late November. And I think that's really just another example of it. He's not going to leave Sporting in the lurch. He's not just going to walk out on them mid-season and leave them finding a new coach with on the eve of a big league game.
Charlotte, it's been 11 years since Sir Alex Ferguson left Old Trafford, and throughout that time, they've been trying to find their Pep Guardiola, their Jurgen Klopp, a man who can be at the helm for a long time, bring United the success that both Klopp and Guardiola did at their respective clubs. What I would say is this feels like a sort of line in the sand, a blank canvas, that Ineos have identified this man as the man that they want in the job. I interviewed Kasper Schmeichel last year, who had been at Nice, who Ineos also owned. He said, look, these guys are seriously impressive. Everything they touch turns to gold. Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sir Dave Brailsford, if they've identified Rúben Amorim as the man they want, they'll have done so for good reasons.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you're talking about a manager who's one of the most highly regarded young managers across the whole of Europe. But I think the problem that you've got with Manchester United is you talk about a line in the sand there. I get what you're saying in terms of Ineos have arrived. There seems to be this whole new culture. Everything's changing behind the scenes. They've brought in all new sporting directors. Everything behind the scenes has changed. But this is still Manchester United, and fundamentally, you're right, they haven't managed to replace Sir Alex Ferguson. And I thought Erik ten Hag was interested in what turned out to be his final pre-match press conference. He said the level of expectation at that club sets you up to fail. I think there is just this expectation that they should be challenging for the title every single season, because that's what they did for so many years under Ferguson. But if you look since he left, the level that they're at isn't there anymore. So maybe expectations need to be changed. I think Amorim coming in, he's going to come in with his own ideas. He's going to come in with his own staff. But ultimately, the remit is exactly the same. It's to get Manchester United back to where they believe that they should be, which is competing for Premier League titles, which we haven't seen them do for a really long time. So the pressure is on him. He's young, he's enthusiastic. I like that he said the soap opera is coming to an end. If he's moving to Manchester United, it's only just beginning. There's so much scrutiny on him all of the time, and there always seems to be a drama associated with them, whether they're winning or losing. So if he thinks this is the end of this soap opera, it's really only just the beginning for him.
It's only just getting started. Jonathan, as Charlotte sort of alludes to there, you can change the manager. That doesn't change the quote-unquote shambles that is going on at Manchester United. That remains the case. However, what I would say is, if you look at a club like Chelsea, for example, you could also call them, basket case, I suppose, would be the unfair way of describing what Chelsea are like. But Enzo Maresca has turned things around super quickly. So there's no reason why Rúben Amorim can't do exactly the same thing.